Welcome to Jurassic World, where common sense is extinct. We open with a hatching dinosaur egg, and boom, smash cut to kids packing for a trip. These two brothers, Gray and Zach, are getting shipped off to Jurassic World, while their parents serve up divorce papers, like a side salad. The mom's crying, the dad's avoiding eye contact like he owes the mortgage money. They're like, have fun, sweeties. Hope the theme park full of monsters doesn't trigger our custody hearing. We meet Zach, the older brother. He's peak teenage indifference, hormones, headphones, and zero interest in not dying. Gray is younger, smarter, and running on raw dinosaur trivia and Capri Suns. They get on a monorail and we're welcomed to the park via hologram. Because what's Jurassic Park without a massive reminder that this is a terrible idea all over again? Then we cut to Claire, the park's operations manager who is more tightly wound than a velociraptor on Red Bull. She's all business, no fun, and dressed like she's ready to sell you a condo, not outrun a dino apocalypse. Claire's like, let's talk park analytics and consumer trends. Lady, you're sitting on an island of monsters. No one cares about ticket sales. They care about not being digested. Enter the big bad concept, Indominus Rex, a genetic Frankenstein monster cooked up in a lab because the park needed a new attraction that says deaf but flashy. Claire introduces it like it's a cool new iPhone. We made it bigger, scarier, with more teeth. Yes, Claire and I made coffee with more arsenic. Then there's Owen Grady, the Raptor Whisperer, played by Chris Pratt doing his best tough guy who flirts with reptiles and women combo. He trains raptors like they're golden retrievers. Seriously, he's out there going. Blue! Good girl. As if this thing wouldn't tear your femur out for sneezing wrong. Claire asks Owen to inspect the Indominus cage, and he's like, you made a dinosaur with extra features? Are you insane? Claire shrugs. It's focus grouped, because nothing screams safe like corporate-approved nightmares. And then, surprise, the Indominus has vanished from its paddock. Everyone panics. Claire's like, we need to evacuate. And some intern hits the button labeled open the cage. Classic. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Spoiler, everything. Owen barely escapes. Some guy becomes red paste. Indominus peels out of there like it's the Fast and Furious Dino edition. Now the park's on lockdown, which means nothing because 20,000 guests are still casually sipping margaritas next to a mosasaur that could eat a school bus. Speaking of the mosasaur, this sea monster is just chilling in a tank waiting to be relevant. It eats a great white shark in one gulp like sushi, and no one blinks. You know you're desensitized when Jaws gets upstage before the first hour mark. Zach and Gray sneak away because family trauma, and also the script needed a reason for two children to go on a personal tour of Deathland. They hop in a gyrosphere, a hamster ball for humans, and roll into the dinosaur fields. Because nothing says safety like free roaming next to Triceratops and potential lawsuits. Then the Indominus shows up. It's like Godzilla's meaner cousin who skipped therapy. It tears through the forest, flips the gyrosphere like a salad bowl, and chases the boys through the jungle. These kids dodge trees, teeth, and trauma, but never lose their ability to deliver witty one-liners. Because apparently, when you're about to be disemboweled, the best response is, wow, this is so cool. Meanwhile, Claire is like, my nephews are in danger, and Owen's response is to grab a gun and a vest. Because masculinity. She shows up in heels and a white blouse like she's going to a business meeting, and he's just judging her the entire time. She's like, I can run in heels, and he's like, we'll see. Spoiler, she can. Because nothing dies in this movie faster than physics. Then we meet Vincent D'Onofrio, playing a military guy who looks like he just got rejected by the RoboCop franchise. He wants to use the Raptors as soldiers. Yes, you heard that right. His pitch is, let's weaponize dinosaurs. Because when has using uncontrollable killing machines ever backfired in this franchise? Oh yeah, literally every time. Anyway, things get dumber. The Indominus somehow rips out its tracking device and goes full Metal Gear stealth mode. The boys end up at the original Jurassic Park Visitor Center, because nostalgia bait is stronger than logic. They hotwire a 1993 Jeep because apparently 12-year-olds are born with mechanic degrees. As they are leaving, Claire and Owen hear their departure and try to get one of the Jeeps started themselves, but before they can, the Indominus arrives and attacks them. They barely escape with the Indominus close behind, but she is distracted by a helicopter overhead. Masrani has outfitted his helicopter with 2 officers and a GE M134 minigun and attacks the Indominus. The I-Rex breaks through the wall of the aviary and the pterosaurs escape. Owen and Claire horrifically watch the pterosaurs attack Masrani's chopper, causing it to crash, killing Masrani and the 2 personnel. When the boys reach the northern security wall, they see that a swarm of pterosaurs is following them. After arriving in Main Street, Zara finds the 2 children only to be snatched up by a pteranodon and dropped into the Jurassic World lagoon, where the Mosasaurus eats her and an attacking pteranodon. Claire and Owen arrive, and Owen and the ACU begin shooting down the animals. Owen is attacked by a Dimorphodon, but Claire saves him. They share a kiss as Zack and Gray arrive and are reunited with their aunt. InGen's private security division, led by Vic Hoskins, takes control of the park after the death of Masrani and places InGen's private security force in charge of the park. Then comes the most insane tactical idea in the movie. The military greenlights the Raptor team mission. Owen leads Blue, Charlie, Delta, and Echo on motorcycles into the jungle. It's Raptor Call of Duty. The squad moves like a unit until twist. The Indominus speaks Raptor. Yep, the I-Rex is part Raptor. It commands them like a Disney villain with Bluetooth. The Raptors turn on the humans, and the ambush is just glorious carnage. Vincent D'Onofrio gets eaten in the most satisfying way possible. He's like, "I'll fix this," and the Raptor just bites his arm off mid-sentence. Zack and Gray finally reunite with Claire and Owen, and it's sweet until, surprise, the Indominus finds them again. They take shelter in the Innovation Center, where Blue and the Raptors do a triple betrayal. Betray the humans, then betray the Indominus. Because loyalty is complicated when you're a prehistoric murder parrot. Then, Claire makes the most bonkers call in cinematic history. She runs and heels to the Mosasaur tank, opens the paddock, and lures the T-Rex out with a flare. Not a plan, not a strategy, just adrenaline and pure Florida woman energy. The T-Rex charges out like it just got woken from a nap and immediately starts brawling with the Indominus. It's Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla Dino Edition. They bite, claw, roar. Blue tags in like it's WWF Raw. Claire and the kids are hiding behind a Jeep like, "We paid for this with our childhood trauma." Just when the I-Rex is about to win, bam! Mosasaur leaps out of the tank and eats it whole like a dino Lunchable. This aquatic beast gets the final kill shot like, "Thanks for waiting, I was finishing my coffee." Everyone stares. The T-Rex limps away like a true queen. Blue looks at Owen like, "We're cool," and disappears into the jungle. Zack and Gray hug their aunt, even though she still clearly doesn't know their middle names. Claire and Owen walk off together, because nothing builds chemistry like 24 hours of terror. Cut to the final scene. The T-Rex stands on top of the visitor center, roaring into the sunrise like Simba after murdering Scar. Jurassic World is in ruins. Claire's out of a job. And the only lesson learned is, don't build a dinosaur theme park. Jurassic World is basically what happens when capitalism, hubris, and bad parenting have a baby. And that baby gets eaten by a hybrid lizard with cloaking powers.